Hello everyone, it's been a while. I just wanted to talk about where I've been, some of the stuff I'm working on, and generally the future of this channel. I spent the past year or so preparing to move to a different country, and now I have successfully done that. I am going to be studying here as a university student, and my semester has not yet started, so I'm not sure just how much free time I'm going to have. That said, I do have some pretty big plans for this channel. However, before then, we have to address the elephant in the room. Fuck generative AI. I have never used it in any of my music, and I never will. I do believe AI has a use in music. Notice how I didn't say generative. For example, when you need to isolate vocals in a messy recording or just clean up a recording with bad audio quality. And I'm sure that most people will agree that this is completely different from using shit like Suno. I think that the usage of generative AI to make any sort of artistic work is extremely offensive to any and all artists. People who type prompts into machines that generate slop based on tons and tons of stolen content are not artists. Anyway, after the release of Wall Stretched, I did take a little bit of a break, but after then, I came back to making music, and I do have quite a lot of demos in the works right now. I am not entirely sure what the album is going to look like at this moment, but I will play you the demos at the end of the video. I also have to say that my next release is probably not going to be a solo release, but I'm not going to tell you much more about it than that because it is still very much in the works. I also have plans to share parts of the music making process going forward, just for the sake of transparency, to show that I'm not using Gen AI. I also think that beginners might find value in that sort of thing because such videos are part of the reason why I am making music in the first place. And non-beginners might find some inspiration maybe, some ideas, I don't know. I also want to do this for music I've already released, so if you're interested in seeing a breakdown of a given song from Theatria, maybe one of my covers, do let me know and I might make it into a series. And the last thing I wanted to share with you before I play you the demos, I do have plans to try to branch out a little bit, not only do music content, God I hate the word content, such as gaming videos, maybe even streams, not too sure about that one yet. For example, I, as a zoomer, haven't played a lot of the old classic games, and I was thinking of maybe doing reviews of them, or maybe just playing them on stream. I also do have an interest in linguistics and conlanging. This is something that has been a hobby of mine for years, and up until recently I never really had a desire to make any videos about it, but I'm coming around to it. And so my question to you is whether I should create separate channels for that, or just pull on Measly and put everything on this one. Let me know your thoughts. And now, without further ado, let's hear those demos.